Hi everyone and welcome to this video review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Classics All-Stars Batman from the DC Universe line. Now this guy is the first New 52 Batman that we've seen. I know it's old now, but it did only come out last year, and I'm not planning on getting the new Batman Unlimited version because I like this one better. So without further ado, let's get on with the review and take a look at the box. So once again, standard Classics All-Star packaging, and on the back we can see what else you could get in this line. You can see Superman, Batman, which we have right here, Red Robin, and Superboy Prime. If you would like to read the bio, please pause now, because I ain't reading it. But anyway, let's get on to the figure. And here he is, Batman himself. Some people love this guy, some people hate this guy, so I guess it's a bit like Marmite. But I'm sort of on the fence. I love him because he has captured the New 52 design extremely well, but hate him for the same reason. And this is because, if we look closely, you can see that he has great New 52 focus. There we go. He has great New 52 lines and the bat symbol and an accurate New 52 head, or at least accurate-ish, which is pretty detailed for a universe figure anyway. You still got the lines carrying on the abs. You got lines on the gauntlets and these little raised bits, which remind me a bit of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. You got lines on the arms, some lines on the legs, and obviously he doesn't have the black pants. And then you've got some further detailing on the boots. Now, that's all great, but the bad thing is when you compare it to this guy, who is the New 52 Batman from the DC Direct line. Now, as you can see, this is a perfect representation of New 52 Batman, and there's a heck of a lot more lines if I just bring it up close. And, you know, when you've got something like a DC Universe figure, you're not going to expect too much from it, because they generally use the same mould and just add things like the bat symbol and the belt and, you know, change the head, put a cape on, there you go, you've got him. So I don't have a problem with that much sort of detail loss, because for this line it's a great representation. It just depends on what you're after. But what this thing does surpass the other one for is great articulation. So, articulation wise, his head is on a ball joint, but I'll show you the one problem with it, and it's a problem that everyone picks up on. It's very loose. Yeah, I mean, it's not anything too major, because if one should look up, there he's looking up, down he's looking down. You know, he can really, he can get into all the positions that you want it to get into, but it's just mainly when he's just looking forward. There's, you know, there we go, I got him into it. There's just a certain spot where it's not really being held doing anything, and it can rock around like crazy. I mean, it can also sort of go side to side, so you can But anyway, he has the standard body of a universe figure, so he has the ab crunch, he has waist articulation, his shoulder is basically on a ball there, so you can move all the way around, up and down. Bicep swivel, he's got the elbow joint, the wrist articulation, his hips can go out like that. They can go forward and back. He has the knee joint, and he also has the foot joint, but if you do want a little bit more, I'm not really into them, but it does have the cut in the thigh there. And the reason that I'm not really into that point of articulation on any figure for that matter, it's not me knocking this, it's just of all figures in general, is no human being can move their thighs to do that. And also, you have pretty good muscle sculpts there. As soon as you move these legs, the muscles don't align anymore and they look a bit ridiculous. So for me, nah. I prefer it when you can move down here at the shin in the sort of boot area below the knee, because a human, they can move their feet, which would move their boot, and so on, but you know, no one has a cut there in the thigh like that, so I don't like it. But that is the entire line, that's not just this, so that's no reason to say that this is bad in any way, shape or form. Now, the cape, it is a very good design, but with mine it sort of has, you can see along here quite a lot too, it has the sort of smudged, sort of oily kind of look to it. That's not from my hands, that's not grease from me, that's how it was in the box, and lots of people are sort of complaining about that too. Nothing you can do about it. It's obviously sort of quality control, I guess, but it's just how it's designed and how it's made, so what can you do? But it does redeem itself when you look on the underside. It has a really nice blue-grey sort of, a bit like this but with some blue put into it. Sort of dry brush effects on the inside there, which looks really cool. Now the next little gripe I have with this figure is the belt. There's nothing insanely wrong with it. It's a problem that you see often with Batman figures. It's quite tiny. I mean, look at the size of his hands. You know, he has pretty decent sized bombs and batarangs and zip lines and what have you. How the hell's he gonna get him in that thing? It's detailed all around. Well, most of the way around. But all the pouches are the exact same pouch. It's just repeated around, and it's just too small. It does have this little gold bit in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see that. It is actually, well, I guess it's more of a sort of orangey sort of look. But you know, it makes it different to the rest of it, and it is all kind of a shiny belt. It's not just like a bright yellow. It is more of a kind of metallic kind of yellow, which is really nice. So I'm not saying it's a really bad bat belt, but I'm just saying that it's not the best I've seen, and if I could, I would change it. And well, actually, that is another thing about this. It's meant to be the New 52 Batman, but that is not the New 52 belt. That is just the old style belt. Yeah, I just realised that. So, yeah, that should really be changed. But from Batman here and from me, it's a goodbye. Thanks for watching. Tune into my channel anytime. Subscribe to see new videos rolling up pretty much weekly. I've got quite a lot coming through soon, so please check out my channel, and I'll see you next time.